only two single ones in the whole group.
Well, this comes out
by
of
choice.
I
think Valentine's Day is good when you're not in a couple there.
Your girlfriends are lucky. It's both of them.
I don't think I've ever given a present.
What, like chocolate?
How are you still in a relationship?
What, like chocolate?
Apparently, rape crimes go up a lot on.
What they know?
What
do you want as a present on Valentine's Day?
Not get me some FIFA points.
Don't really.
Are we assuming I've got a girlfriend in the scenario?
It's not a fantasy world.
I don't know.
Pretend I've got a pet dragon. Why not? Welcome to BourneHub, the fastest growing podcast on the internet. Today on BourneHub we have me, Ty, we have Kieran,
Hello.
Matt,
Hello.
Dan Richards,
Hello.
and Mike.
Hello.
We haven't got Dan Locke again.
Me?
This is the second or third time he's missed the podcast now.
I told you earlier he's got no commitment.
I think
really poor.
do you think he's off seeing other podcasts on the side?
Probably.
In fairness, I've missed 2 in a row.
Yeah, but you've shown up tonight.
I have. That's what I mean.
Barely.
But as it's Valentine's Day, when it comes out,
you think we wouldn't think of our girlfriends on Valentine's Day.
You came round here. That's why Dan's here.
Instead, this is live.
Sorry, yeah. Valentine's Day, we're going to do a Valentine's Day podcast. Bourne first Valentine's Day.
Versus.
Have you not seen the title of it?
I listened to the first 2 because I was in them.
Okay. Well, there should be more reason to listen to the others then, to see what was said. What was said about you.
To be honest, knowing what we said about him, you probably shouldn't listen to him.
Before I watch it back, even though I was there and I
worried.
don't know what's happened.
Yeah,
I forget about everything we said.
I'm excited to hear what's going to happen. Last week's ending was mental, wasn't it? It was
Stay
mental.
tuned.
But
If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Doesn't make sense unless you watch every second.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to spoil it. You need to watch it.
Just drop a comment if you think Kieran's well dressed as well. But the first one is, what is the most ideal first date? And it's between Kieran, and I think it was the same last time against me. Two single lads.
So obviously whatever we say
They
isn't
got
the
the
right
right.
answer. Because we're both single, whatever we say is the wrong answer. Mine, I'm going to go off.
We're the only two single ones in the whole group.
Well, this comes out
By
my
choice.
birthday. I
We've got 2 weeks, you never know.
I've got a little bit. Hey, a week. We're up today.
Sorry, a week.
I am going to say mini golf.
That's it.
Well, yeah, that is the base of the day. Obviously, you don't shop, don't speak. You just
I want a
compare
minute
it.
by minute.
It's a very quick date.
Yeah, that is quick.
If you're very good at mini
Have
golf.
you seen
him play mini golf? Goes
Goes
be
like
there for an hour. 3 hours is Oster's ball.
I'm just
Got it
setting
twice.
her up for short, fun experiences.
No, you take her
No,
out
because
for
I
some
can
food.
imagine that
Well, yeah, but you go for drinks after as well. But mini golf is like the base of the day.
Before, I think
So
you're
my
very
answer.
competitive, Kieran. So I think she'd end up resenting you by the end of that day.
I think I end
Not
up
because of the
resenting.
mini
I
golf.
actually do think that is risky, yeah.
I'll tell you my
You'd be a
reasons
really
for why
bad
after
winner.
Ty's given his answer.
Loser.
But mini golf is my answer, and not like drinks after.
I have done mini golf before. I don't know if it's.
You've been around the whole circle.
I've done every activity out there. Snowboarding up trees.
Ty's out hang gliding looking for women.
I don't know if it's the greatest first date from experience. Not a bad second one. I think for.
You've never been on the second one.
No, because there has to be a foundation there before you do that, I reckon.
I think a good first one is just drinks. It's the basic drinks, but you go somewhere nice.
You don't drink.
That means you want her to get drunk and you stay sober, which is
Suspect.
Can I change my answer?
you've won already.
Yeah,
Well, it's more about communication at that point. You need alcohol to communicate.
No.
Oh, you're not going
But
to
you need somewhere to go. Don't even have to drink.
Do you want me to say why I'm right or why he's
You're
wrong?
not actually meant to talk when you play golf. You're meant to be
It's not
silent.
that serious.
Shh. Well, I've been to mini golf. I brought my bag with me, my part of my glove. Thought it was a bit extra.
So, do you want me to say why he's wrong or why I'm right?
Why he's wrong first.
So he's wrong because drinks, you're putting a lot on the line. First date, pretty much first time meeting them, really, isn't it? First time experience.
What's the first date? Yeah.
You got it. You could first date with someone you know. So you're stuck having this.
So you want to be stuck with 18 holes with this person playing mini golf?
No,
Is it any holes at all?
You're to the 9th hole going, I really don't like you, but...
Whoa, I was talking.
It's probably cheaper.
Drinks for one, your likelihood as a guy, I don't know what everyone's opinion is, but you're likely paying for the drinks on the first date.
21st century, Kieran.
I know.
Do you think it's normal golf?
What?
Because you're tiny.
You're the smallest in this room.
I mean, that's just factually wrong.
Oh,
It's
get up
not.
then.
Stand up quickly. I know this is
stand
not
up,
good.
then.
This is not going to
You
look
know,
at
us three don't have to
No,
stand up.
we did this on a podcast about 7 months ago, and I was still
I
taller
don't know
than
if this
you.
is on
Yeah,
camera.
say your hat off.
how?
So at the minute they're back to back and Kieran's taller. You've got fixed soles and he's wearing slippers as well.
That's embarrassing.
It's better than you.
Yeah, I got no soul.
So it's bad because like you're stuck talking to this girl. She could have dead chat. at least with mini golf, you're playing mini golf. I'd go play mini golf by myself. You could have fun at a mini golf date with a girl that's not that interesting, and you could you've got stuff to talk about. So the conversation can't run dry because you can talk about what's going on.
Yeah.
At drinks, all you've got is your own conversation.
Well, I would say it's more pressure if you're going for drinks because you're directly opposite each other.
So if the date's going poorly, you can make a joke about what's going on around you. You can joke about the score being competitive.
Yeah.
And the awkward silences are just filled with you hitting balls.
And there's exactly.
Yeah. You tell this like that family next to you that can't putt.
And if that chat's really bad, you can just be like, be quiet, let me focus.
So yeah, and I think mini golf, as much as you say the competitive side, I think it's good to have that sort of it's a bit of back and forth. You've got something to joke about.
But at the same time,
you can find out if she's
competitive,
actually worthy.
So at the same time, what you find out, you're probably not going to be having any decent conversations at mini golf. You're not finding.
Okay, so this is what I did. So I had a very good.
Play.
My first.
You're going to be like,
when you're putting, you've got to be silent.
My best first date I've ever had. My best first date I've ever had was mini golf.
Did you get a second date out of it?
I did.
Okay.
But I was blonde by that second.
And then you
date,
went
which is another story.
and then you get a third date.
I did get a third date.
That second drink you went for that second date you went for drinks. It all went Pete Tom.
Yeah, it did. No, so the first date played mini golf, and we made a joke by about 7 or 8 holes in. We actually hadn't asked much for the first date. There hadn't been, but we said
You break down that barrier though, didn't you?
yeah. So it became we made a joke about how almost comfortable it was. We haven't even done the whole first datey, how many siblings you got, this, that, and the other, all that nonsense that you would have to do at drinks. It can be cheaper because if you don't enjoy the mini golf, you don't go for drinks with her. You just say, "Oh, okay, see you in a bit."
I don't know where you're playing mini golf and it's cheap. I've spent
For
an absolute
cheaper than-
fortune.
Yeah,
Thousands. Honestly, I go there. They go, right, Ty, how you doing?
He's must be semi pro now.
10% steak and mulligans. This guy.
No, I
It's
think
not cheap, especially if you said at the beginning, if the guy's paying, I'm paying for me and her.
How much is mini golf roughly?
15 quid? 10?
15, 20 quid.
Okay, so
So
what
it could be-
each?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
It'd
say
be
40 quid. All right,
You're not paying 40 quid for drinks.
You're paying 40 quid in total for drinks if you
Do you pay 40 quid for drinks?
I mean, if you.
Well, you can split
Depends
the
how many
drinks.
you get.
on a first date.
I mean, you can split the drinks, so if you have to pay
That's
for
what I
a
mean.
drink.
Yeah.
No, but if you're being a gentleman,
I think it's
No, I
easier
would
to pay for the whole of golf
pay
than it is to pay for the whole of drinks.
Exactly.
If I'm good on a first date and I'll buy her 2 or 3 drinks, odds are I'm with a girl that's like, oh, I'll buy the next one.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
Fair
This
enough.
is what I'm
That's
saying.
I think
Find out,
I think a normal girl that happens more often than not. They'll just buy one and strike.
Yeah, and also you're getting mini golf out of it.
Also, if she's really shit at mini golf, starts hitting the ball the wrong way, then you probably know she's not the one.
You don't get good communication.
You do.
No, you don't.
You can because you can go for drinks after mini golf.
Oh, it's only one activity.
No,
Okay.
we said
No,
what
it
because
is
my
one
point.
activity. Alright, yeah, but
my
you-
point is because I could do the same. I could go
No,
for
you
drinks.
take
If
that.
it's good chat, you could go somewhere else after.
was
If
the
it's
question?
dead, I can bounce.
No,
from
but
the drinks.
What was the
you
wording
can't
of the
bounce from drink.
question?
You can't bounce from drinks immediately. You can.
Just
but
down your pint, off you go.
You can.
Oh, no wonder you're not getting any. You were just
You
showing up
shouldn't,
on
but
the
you can. You can leave a date at any stage.
Ty's going on speed dates, but the girls don't know it yet. He's got 7 or 8 lined up in the same bar, and he's just bouncing from table to table.
As fun as mini golf is, sometimes it can take a while, and sometimes you don't even get an in-depth conversation.
I think the actual correct answer is just put your two together, do the activity, and then go for
I
it.
agree.
you
But
can't do that.
But if you had to choose one, if you either had to go for drinks or to do mini golf, you're short on time, and you had to.
I'd probably say mini golf, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a lot of pressure just being sat
He's
directly
answered,
opposite
he's
each other.
answered.
Yeah, no, he's answered, but this has come from a guy who hasn't been with someone since 14. So.
Yeah, he got it right.
Also
That man
very
knows what he's doing.
100%
What was your first date? What was your first date?
A film and Nando's.
And that worked. Good.
We should have gone for that.
I'm gonna go mini golf. Sorry.
Okay, I've lost. Okay.
Well, I was going to say drinks, but I'll probably go mini golf.
That's fine.
I think it's too much pressure staring at each other.
I was going to say drinks, but I'm probably
Obviously,
saying
your chat is all dead. What's wrong with Valentine's Day? And it's between Matt, who came out first again, and Dan.
We'll start with the fact that it's just completely made up. Some random blokes.
It's a commercial holiday.
It's a commercial game. There's already so many holidays in the year. You can't afford to do this and that. And then we move on.
No, so that's your point.
Oh,
You had a whole list already, didn't you?
I did have a whole list.
You could go for every option to
The general idea of Valentine's Day is quite pointless, to be honest.
Charlotte's lucky.
What do you do this Valentine's Day?
It's so
Well,
redundant.
that's the thing. You do the same thing every year. You have food
Mini golf.
together. It's like you have food together.
I'm
every
not-
night.
I'm not even seeing.
Have a-
I'm not seeing Millie on Valentine's Day.
Are you
She's working a long day at a hospital.
That's what she's telling you.
Long day.
Seeing other men.
She'd rather do her job than just see you on Valentine's
She got a nice doctor line.
To be fair, I'd rather do her job than see him on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I back that.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, by the way.
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I just
What's
take the
discussing
point.
what's wrong with it. Cheers.
Another way to get money out of us, isn't it?
Who's paying for that?
Exactly. UK,
UK
taxpayer.
taxpayer.
Would be me.
It's like a catchphrase.
It is our new catchphrase as a podcast.
Right, so I think I'm
It's the only
like,
bit of consistency here. We haven't had the people. It's just that phrase.
I think that's probably hard to beat.
Well, I was going to say like the main point.
Don't
yes, is-
open your argument with. Well, that's going to be a
Oh yeah,
tough
but
nut to crack.
like you got to do pros and
That's
cons.
it,
You got,
just when that one's
you got to do pros and cons to that.
What a debate.
Because how good would it be if I've opened up with that and then
Well,
just smashed them out
The
of
thing
the
is, I've gone very general. I'd like narrow
Yeah,
it down
yeah.
to the point where I think
Agreed.
if you're in a couple, it just forces you to go on a date, which is fine. But obviously, everywhere's booked and it's a lot of pressure. If you're not in a couple, and I don't want to assume, sometimes people are a bit sad and it makes people a bit upset.
That's true.
It's
I
not
think
everyone.
Valentine's Day is good when you're not in a couple there.
Your girlfriends are lucky. It's both of them.
I
Have
think
fun, mate.
giving presents
I was wondering
at Valentine's Day, I just think it's
To give
totally
presents?
pointless.
I don't think I've ever given
I-
a present. at
What, like
Valentine's.
chocolate?
How are you still in a relationship?
What, like chocolate?
Yeah, but to be fair, he's not romantic
No.
at all.
How are you still together? Well, I don't.
Yeah, do you know what? You know what I mean? Like chocolates and shit.
Is she a
Flowers
I
I can
First
accept.
couple of years, I didn't even realise you had to give a card on like anniversary.
Oh,
Wait, no, on anniversary.
On anniversary.
What?
I didn't know.
What?
Well, I just.
How would you not know that?
Well, I don't know.
What about birthdays?
Well, yeah, I always give a card on the
Obviously.
birthday.
Stupid idiot. Oh my god.
I mean,
Same
I know
day.
that.
We just want to see where we're going with it.
But yeah, no, I didn't even. I've got to get a present now. I've only got 4 days. That's tonight. Apparently,
Just like a deep brat.
rape crimes go up a lot on. What they know, they do.
Oh,
If that's true, that should be your first reason
Something
for
to
this
laugh
episode.
about. This
what
is,
the fuck?
rape crimes
That
go
just
up
came
on.
out of nowhere.
It
though.
goes up on Valentine's Day, I've heard.
Does it?
do.
What, did you just make that up?
No,
No.
no, I
Don't
heard.
get us for statistics.
I heard.
Do you ever get presents? Or give presents?
Yeah, that's a very common thing to do.
What did you get last
What do you
time?
think about it?
I think it's. I
I
can't
just
say it's
get
a
like
guy.
teddies and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
after a
stupid,
while you
isn't
run
it?
out of
Load of
ideas.
crap.
It's stupid,
You gotta
isn't
do
it?
something creative out
You're
of
very
the box.
limited on stuff you can get. Just saying,
Yeah,
chocolates,
flowers-
teddies and
For a
shit,
bloke,
so stupid.
what do you want as a present on Valentine's Day?
Get me some FIFA points.
Don't really.
Nothing.
Bash it on 100k back.
FIFA points, fine.
I forgot
I'll take
to
that.
a chat to 16-year-olds.
Sorry.
Just get me a scale at
To me,
tricks every time.
it's alright for the girl because they get flowers,
Oh, not
chocolate.
your girlfriend.
If your Mike Warren's missus, you get a present and probably a free meal. Whereas we get
Says free.
100 quid.
No,
100
you
quid
don't
now.
do free meal.
What?
It's got to be 50-50 on Valentine's Day. It's got to be.
No, you
You're
never-
taking each other
You
out.
say you telling you at 50-50 on Valentine's Day.
I am this year.
Did you last year?
Can't
No.
remember.
No, you didn't.
How do you know?
He was
I remember
there.
you telling me you went to Prezzo.
To do that.
You spent like
She
80
was poor.
quid.
Hey, she was poor at the time, so.
She's poor and now she's with you.
Well, no, she's working all the time, isn't she?
Yeah, she actually has money now, so she
Apparently
can
she's working. We don't know that for a fact.
OnlyFans.
Loud.
I subscribe to OnlyFans, so.
I dated a girl and I got a message from her just out of the blue with her OnlyFans, but like did not know she did
Real?
it. No, but then and then I just went, "What is this?" And then like asked her, and she went,
Who was it?
Subscribe anyway.
You know when they say in like the top 0.5% and stuff like that, she's just the top 100%, wasn't she? There's no like.
Yeah.
Aren't they
You
all,
seem to know a
aren't
lot
they
about
all in
Only-
the top
Wait,
1%?
he seems to know, for someone who wasn't talking about OnlyFans, he seems to know a lot about OnlyFans.
My friend Dave, he told me the other day about it. And
Yeah,
so
I know
it's like a
Dave.
Good side
Top
hustle.
guy.
Yeah.
Top 1%.
So we're arguing between presents and feelings, or commercial feelings.
Yeah, commercial feelings.
Well, I mean, you're more of an expert, I guess.
Well, thank you. I thought
You've
you'd
been
bring
on
me
a
in
few
at
of them.
some stage.
To be fair, as a panel, we're
No, you said I was in a
Pretty
relationship
useless.
for 2 years ago. I've done the whole
Mike.
shebang.
So
Until she went
Is
to
this the
murder.
Merley Common one?
You two are quick with the location on a worldwide podcast. Up to 300,000 people are listening to this.
Yeah, currently 3,000 people listen to the last one. Cheers, guys.
Did you say 300? Did you say 300?
Camera.
Thanks, guys. In fairness, they're listening to the audio one, aren't they? So if you listen to this now, thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
That sounds
Yeah,
sincere.
thank you.
His
What's about
heart
my
is
heart?
pretty cold because this is a Valentine's Day podcast and he's not got his girlfriend a present yet.
Wow.
Are you
Wait,
actually?
yeah,
Are you,
Valentine's
Oh shit, I've got to get a
I don't
card.
get presents, I just get card and flowers.
don't
one,
order
yeah.
the
Does she
card
got-
now.
does she
No,
get
no,
you
no.
stuff?
No, I'll get it from the
No,
shop.
but
She
she doesn't
like,
get.
it's alright if you both agree not to do
Yeah,
it.
she doesn't get me.
has that been
yet.
since day one?
Yeah,
That's right then, yeah, if you can agree.
Is she quite romantic anyway, or
Not really.
no?
Sort of Indian and
Indian.
Sorry.
She's not
realised.
She's not Indian.
I've met her a couple of times.
She's
I
not
don't know if
Indian.
she's
We usually just have food. Like, that's what I mean. You just do what you do every other night. Eat.
God, they say romance is dead.
Wow.
I just don't see the point in a lot of things.
Poor girl.
You know what she
I
said?
don't
She's
know.
like, oh, you don't have to get me much this year. Doesn't. Alright, I won't bother then.
Is there anything you want this year? No, I can't think of anything. It's
Will
fine.
you definitely see her?
Fine by me.
Yeah, it was some cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's one up on me.
Has there been a Valentine's Day?
She's
you
driving
haven't
to
seen
football.
her?
The darts isn't on that night.
I mean, if we're not doing anything, then yeah, you'd see him. But
You don't.
it's one of those things. I don't know. I don't know. If we're busy, we're
You don't
busy,
care.
aren't we?
You don't.
I think it's not. It's something
It's
where
not
if
that,
I
yeah, it's not that big.
say
is
I
it?
had something to do on a Tuesday, which was like of fair importance, that I was going to London to watch football, I wouldn't cancel it because it's Valentine's Day.
So we said we're doing this tonight.
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day. Oh no, I think they'd kick off. Millie would kick off.
So would you do it?
Not that
I
I'm
know
seeing her
these two.
anyway.
I know the others.
No,
won't.
because it would
Yeah,
just be
kick
me.
off.
us
If they're
No,
free.
but if everyone said
Well, no,
yeah,
if we have
Right,
plans,
we're
no.
We'll go on a date
about
with
now? You
beer.
haven't got any plans.
Debating whether to go on a date.
Valentine's
We
Day,
would
yeah.
have plans. That's the thing.
No, but currently you don't have plans for Valentine's Day. If we said everyone else agreed to it now, everyone's here that Monday night Valentine's Day, are you in?
It's on
Tuesday
Tuesday.
night. Sorry, I'm so out of touch.
If everyone was here and we didn't have plans, then yeah, because
I
we're
don't
not doing
think
anything.
I
No.
live with myself. I said on Valentine's Day I'm with 6 blokes in a shed.
No, and she's free.
It is a
sat
shed.
at home and
Yeah,
said,
that's what I
shit.
mean. That's what I said. If we've got
They can all
plans,
do-
thing
they
is,
can
if she
do
is
it
free,
tonight.
we'd have plans to do something.
They can all sit around and listen to the podcast.
She's
Put me in the
free.
corner.
You don't have plans with her yet.
They could be the line.
We
going
said
to.
we'll come here.
But you're going to.
Okay, let's go to vote back to because I
Yeah, I
forgot
feel
what
like
we're
we
doing.
went off
So you were
topic.
saying that the presents are
Presents,
stupid,
pointless.
and you're saying the idea of the
He
holiday.
agrees
is
with me though.
I like the idea of presents because I think it's almost obviously you have birthdays, but it's the one time a year other than Christmas, which isn't about you. Like it's your only time where you're sort of forced to do something. Like I mean, maybe not you, Matt, but like everyone's. You might not be in a very loving relationship. You get to know those couples that are falling out of love. They don't really do each other. They don't do any date nights anymore, and it's their one night a year where they might go out.
Yeah, talk to each other.
They might rekindle.
Yeah, exactly. It's a one night a year they'll reminisce a little bit.
Put
So
the
I-
Yankee candle on.
Exactly.
What? Yeah, but
And I think the present given. I don't think it needs to be extravagant, expensive gifts. I think like even like a card and a box of chocolates or a little teddy bear.
why do you have to do it? Why do you have to do it on Valentine's Day?
Ready meal and a
Why can't you
Guinness.
just not do it when?
Because you can do it whenever you want, but not everyone does. So I think the idea of having a dedicated day to remind people that don't do it to do it.
for the simple.
What about the anniversary?
I just take.
Yeah, the anniversary is another day, but let's be
So they do get a day.
They do get a day, but it's nice for.
No, that's an actual day as well.
He's
Valentine's Day is
to be
made
fair,
up.
He's made me look a right mug there. That's a great point. By the way. So I'm gonna say the pressure is the worst thing because being single as well. I think that I don't really get it, but I can
I wasn't
see.
saying everyone gets it.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of people.
I know. I
that
do know people
yeah.
that are a bit like. They were. World's smallest violin. I don't get like it, but I can. But a friend of mine, Dave. I know Dave as well.
Poor Dave.
Good old Dave.
Yeah, no, I can see why it's the one bit like your Instagram stories are just full of couples
Yeah,
together,
so
and
you're
you're a bit
If
like,
you're single, that does.
yeah, but
I hate
don't.
that. I hate that.
I
Single
don't.
or not.
I
Just when they
don't.
ram it in your face.
Yeah.
When I'm in a relationship.
Why do you have to show? Why do you have to show?
Yeah,
Why do you feel the need to show every single person?
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
what
You're
you're
a couple,
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. The happiest couples aren't ramming it down your throat on Instagram.
Facts.
Just saying.
But trust me, the happiest couples I know on Instagram, I'll ramming it down my throat.
I think the pressure, yeah. If you were to sing. Well, actually, there's pressure, I think, sometimes as a bloke as well, in a relationship to think of something really crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Think of a good present, which is stupid.
I would say pressure.
I think going first on that one was
Jesus.
very, very beneficial.
Right, next one. Best date story you have is
Not
between Mike and Dan.
Fuck's sake.
Thank God I don't go on any dates. I had stories, but I didn't have any to tell on there.
Set the scene.
Let's see.
It's probably last winter, I would say. And you know they got all the shit up in Bourne Square. So they got like the bars, the ice rinks, the markets and all that jazz. So we went to go onto the ice rink. Alexa's pretty good, so she's like going off and about, like zip-zagging.
So the noises for those things.
Zig-zagging.
You know, zip zapping.
All over the gap. I'm going around the edge with my penguin. So Alexa's like, oh yeah, come on, like get on the ice, get a bit of speed up. So I did. No, I braved it. So we ended up sort of going around the perimeter, and I'm like gathering too much speed, and then like she like it's like when you take the stablers off your bike, she like lets go, and then I just can't control myself, and I don't know how to stop in the skis, and then I end up there's like a mum and her like little boy, and so I literally wipe out the mum, like 2-foot slide tackle. She lands on me, and her kid starts like crying and looking at me because her mum's just landed on top of me. And then I was like, you're right, and she was like limping off, doesn't really say anything. And then I injured my ankle for another like 3 weeks.
Ideal.
Yeah, and then I felt bad because like our hour was finished, but they'd only just got there. So she's paid like 20 quid just to get like 2-footed. That's it.
Right, so it wasn't. Yeah, it was like a double date. It was at a student bar when I was at uni. So there's like a big. So there was an upstairs, big rectangular room, and all the seats around the outside. This is important. This is important. All the seats around the outside happened to be City versus Chelsea Carabao Cup final. You know, the one when Keppel refused to come off. Double date, so the other lad was a massive Chelsea fan. Chelsea lost. He is fucking fuming at this point, right? Shit you not, it's like gone quite quiet now in the bar. And he just like stands up and just boots his chair across the middle of this fucking room and just storms out. And the three of us are just sat there like... Just the most awkward situation ever. Everyone in the place is looking straight at us. We're like...
Wait, you all look like... you all look like...
Has he told a story yet?
That's it. And then like, it just... That's it.
How long were the other two together for?
I want to know
So he's
why
kicked a plastic chair.
it was important to tell us the whole layout of the
What was
room.
it?
No, because
It was
it's gone
rectangular,
straight into the middle of the room.
If it was
So
circular,
like everyone sees it, you know?
No.
Yeah, okay.
How far did he get this chair? How much yardage?
Should we stop pretending
Couple-
to be interested in this?
Couple
Right,
meters.
right.
Couple meters.
Couple of minutes. So
Like here to
meters.
we like rolled the
Yeah.
chair on.
No,
He just pushed his chair in. He's like,
Like,
In my head,
He just went for a
he
piss.
just tucked his chair in.
in my head, he's kicked it to the other side of the room. Like it's launched it. It's gone flying.
Why-
Everyone's
Just
turned.
gone from like here to
Wiped out that woman Mike back.
that's like a meter. That's a couple meters, few meters.
How long were this couple together?
Like a while. Like,
So what's
four.
that? Okay, it's even less boring then.
For what?
So we're debating-
years.
What would make it more
Yeah,
interesting?
I couldn't
Well,
think.
no,
They've
for
been
I was-
together like a month.
If
Yeah,
it was a
but-
new couple, that'd be awful.
That's what I mean. I think that'll make it.
You should have said they were a new couple. We'd have believed you.
Fucking should have.
So the minute we're debating a guy kicking a chair or Mike 2 foot and a mum.
Well, yeah, I was hard to beat that.
In front of a grieving child.
Regis.
Oh, yeah, she
Hey.
died.
Hey.
Oh,
Sorry, she died.
Yeah, all these other chairs watching
No,
the
no,
chair.
that chair hit some disabled kid. In the head.
So we all go Mike.
I don't know. The chair story's got a bit about it.
What bit?
That's it. Well, you got to think about the room. The shape
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
room
Do you not
and all the
remember it?
chairs.
There was a big space.
It's a rectangular
in the
room.
I vote Mike, sorry,
I'll
Dan.
go Mike.
No, that was easy.
Yeah.
I vote Mike.
You got any bad ones, Matt?
Do you know what? No, I don't do bad. It's not really a dater.
Not dating, just a shagger.
I think you two would have been good on
Oh.
this one. Do you guys have any bad stories?
I've got a lot.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
the
mean.
reason why it
It's-
hasn't worked, surely.
I've got one. if you
Oh, was
want.
it taking them to mini golf?
Well, it's sort of Dan. Maybe you can compete with Mike.
Yeah, let me have a
Fucking
second.
yeah, edit that out and do it.
Okay, so
No,
mine's
that's not fair. I won.
so yeah. So
You
I'm
get a
gonna
point.
be honest.
Yeah, you can have the point.
Mine's not gonna
No one else
win
knows.
any awards. Like, it's not a big dramatic.
Well, I
thing
don't
that
think he's
happens.
winning any awards.
This is
So-
not the Oscars.
I won most improved at ice skating, actually.
Not hard.
Don't 2 foot anyone.
So basically, I got on this date. This girl, I met her in a club. We've got to go back about 7 years. No, so I met her in a club like 4 years before, 3-4 years before. She had a boyfriend at the time. Thought she was a good-looking girl. Didn't think much of it. You checking your watch mid-story? I've
I've
just
done a
started.
stopwatch to actually get to the point of the story.
So I
What was the room dynamics?
So
No,
it's
that is- no.
cameo.
No,
It is important.
Yeah, so we're in vinyl. I met this girl. I thought she was attractive. Had a little bit of a chat, but she had a boyfriend at the time, so didn't think much of it. Skip forward 3 years. I see her
hell, that's a big
on either Tinder or Hinge or something. On Tinder, we match, start chatting. Anyway, arranged to meet for a dog walk because she had a dog. I thought the chat was actually quite good over message. Anyway, so we arranged to meet, bring both our
Oh
dogs.
wait, I've heard this story.
You've heard this
I've
story.
heard this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but carry on.
So I show up with my dog. She doesn't show up with her dog for a start. So the dog will. the dynamic of this date is already off to an absolute
Hang on,
flyer.
I promised something, you promised something.
Yeah, I thought, just me, am I paying here? Oh, so yeah, so I remember, and I thought, okay, she just said sorry, like I forgot or whatever, but she's
How'd you forget your dog?
on a dog,
to the dog
on a dog
Forgot the dog
Got
park.
the lead and everything.
I knew I forgot something. This girl worked 3 jobs. She worked in a library, she taught piano, and she also watched safety videos online.
I reckon it's a library. Are we guessing which one?
No.
Okay.
No.
And you went on a date with this person.
Yeah, she's a good looking girl.
And she taught
Oh, I was going to
piano.
say, like,
So she taught piano. So
How you
I
taught a piano?
you know,
What?
you teach
Sorry,
kids
what?
to
Teach people
play.
to
You
play
teach people to
the
play
piano.
the
I
piano.
don't know, you're trying to, what are you going to teach the piano?
teaching them maths.
And a walk a dog. Didn't go right. So she did all those 3 jobs, and I thought, okay, there could be a bit of intrigue there. Like, I thought teaching kids to play piano could be quite interesting because I like talented girls. Piano.
Sorry, do you like talented girls?
Yeah, I have a thing for
Talented
girls.
Not the ones teaching
Talented
piano.
young girls.
No.
Well,
The ones that-
he
the
has
ones
won a
getting
talent
taught.
show, to be fair.
Yeah, I have one talent.
What did you do?
What did talent?
I watched the video.
Watch the video.
Watch the Would I Lie to You video, and you'll see.
Shocking.
Ah, shocking.
Watch the
The
Would I
video.
Lie to You video.
Fake fan.
Sorry.
Spoiler alert, it's true.
It was
No.
a long video. Sorry.
So we
We don't have many people in the group.
Sorry,
You
watch
can't
it.
even watch it.
Sorry.
So anyway, you stop that stopwatch, yeah? And
So
start
3
the story.
minutes.
Cool.
Still not any place to the story.
So the date now starts. So we just start walking with my dog, and we're doing like just having like a bit of small talk, and then I ask about her job because she's just come from the library job. I say, "Oh, how was work?" And she goes, "Oh, it was all right." I said, "What do you think of your job?" And I shouldn't have asked this because I thought on a date you're supposed to share a bit of back and forth. I asked her about her job, and all she did for the next, I'd say about 20 minutes, was speak about herself. Like I could not get anything in about me edgeways, and I was hinting the entire time. There's key parts of the story I'm sure I'm forgetting as well. But anyway, I asked her like, "Oh, so what do you do?" She said, "Oh, I work in the library." I went, "How is it?" And she just went on for like about 5 minutes and didn't ask me anything back. And I kept hinting. I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, I find that like with my job as well."
I've been busy today.
Yeah, no, genuinely though, I'm there like, "Oh yeah, no, it's yeah." I mean, I work in the bar at the moment, so I kind of find it like that. And she's like, yeah, but the thing is with teaching kids piano, and this went on for about 10-15 minutes. And
It's we're killing not to be able
Yeah.
to talk.
I love to talk.
I'm half thinking, didn't you tell me a story once how you went out with like your mum's friend's dog walker or something?
What?
No, he had a crush on her.
Is this
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no.
what I was
Dog
thinking
walker.
of. I thought,
No,
mixed
she
that
came
up
round
there.
every day and he'd be like, the dog.
Yeah.
I honestly,
Ready to
I
jump in a
would
walk,
have married her.
Yeah, sorry, carry on.
I think you've got to the point now, so I'll stop this.
I don't know if he has. Yeah. I don't actually know what's
Have you-
happening.
Yeah, pretty much. But so the point is, so the date was going awfully. Anyway, the one thing she asked me was the only thing I remember her asking me 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, was, "Oh, you don't drink. I remember you don't drink. Did you still not drink?" I went, "No." And she's like, "Oh, why?" I went, "Well, same reasons before, I just don't really want to." She went, "Oh, right." And then we got to a point in the date, we were on this dog walk, and there was a point where I knew the areas around Murleyway, ironically, where,
She's
so I go
chef.
from, yeah, I go, we could have gone 2 different ways. We could have circled back round and taken us like 15 minutes back to the car, so the date would have only been like half an hour. Or I could have walked around the other way, which I know would have taken another like half an hour. So it would have been like another probably 45 minutes of date to do. So she said, "Oh, do you know where to go from here?" And I went, "Well, I don't really know any other way. I know exactly where I was." I said, "Let's just circle back round," because I was done with that date. And I thought, what the hell? I'm not going to see her again. Let's just try and throw something at the wall, see if it sticks. So I start asking her, I'm like, "Oh, so, because I'm into movies." I go, "Oh, so do you like any movies?" It's like,
So what you say?
Yeah,
that's
like,
look, I went, have you got like a favourite movie? She went, "No, not really."
That is dead.
Exactly, I'm
I
glad
would
you said
hate that.
I
would
hated
hate
every
that.
minute. And I'm like, "Oh, right, okay. Well, like, do you prefer movies or TV?" She went, "Oh, probably TV series."
Which one?
"Oh, God, are you watching anything good at the moment?"
No.
Nothing really, no, I'm sort of in between. So I asked, "Alright, you must have a favourite movie." She went, "Well, I never really watch a film more than once."
That's weird.
That is weird.
That
And I
is
said,
so
"What do you
weird.
mean you don't watch? Surely you've seen a film more than once." She went, "I don't see the point, I've already seen it."
Oh.
Exactly, Dan gets me.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is.
So I
fucking
said,
abysmal.
if you had to say, like, gun to your head. What's your comfort film? What's your I didn't put a gun to her
Poor girl
head.
doesn't like movies. She's getting her ass.
Tell me your favourite film.
I was trying to, because everyone's got I said, just name a film you like. I said, what's your favourite movie? She went, I forgot what she said. She said, like,
Baywatch.
she said anything with Will Ferrell. And that's
okay.
but she said just any film with Will Ferrell. And I went,
Every card's gone.
that's such a rubbish answer.
What would you want for Valentine's Day? Chops
Yeah.
and Matt.
Are we assuming I've got a girlfriend in the scenario?
It's not a fantasy world.
I don't know. Can we put ourselves in
Let's
the
pretend I've got a pet dragon. Why not?
I would want something like that could be kept as a memory, like something that was.
This is a memory
Very
process.
vague.
What if
Very
they're
vague.
shit?
Kieran. Gonna
Honestly,
pressure select.
he keeps bus tickets, bus receipt.
Oh, you
Do
keep
you?
cinema tickets,
Yeah.
don't you?
No, cinema tickets is fair.
I've got.
I wish I
like
did
cinema
that. to be
tickets.
fair.
I've got a tissue paper drawing that my ex did. I don't know why I could bin it.
Why have you not been that?
Who does tissue paper drawings?
It's like paper mache.
was
She
just
drew it
saying,
on
how
like
old
a
is
ti-
she?
She drew it on a tissue, but I found it the other day. I was looking through my
I went
memories.
to blow my nose.
I was like,
Is that the posh version of mashed potato? Potato mache.
almost like a handmade
Yeah, but what?
gift, like
yeah.
like a little memory book or what a personalised gift.
Oh, like a memory
So I
book of
wouldn't-
your date.
You're a bit wet.
Would this work on the
That
first
is
day?
it. Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, but I think that's the point. Valentine's Day, like,
Simp.
there's no point. There's no point at getting like something materialistic, like
Sort of
spending
change,
50,
don't it?
60 quid on each other. Well, like, what's the point in that? You may as well keep your money and spend it together to do something than getting each other a big gift. I'd want like either a homemade gift or like a little, I don't know, a
Trinket.
yeah, a little, yeah. something like that.
I was going to say something. I was going to say something for your key.
Your
A
face
key
right
ring.
there.
Keyring.
Like a keyring. Like, I had a keyring with my ex's initial on it for ages, which I thought was quite nice. Every time I looked at it.
Oh, his is going to be so brutal, isn't it?
You better have one
Well,
lined up.
How am I
I
a better
just want
boyfriend
to
than
pay
you
for
and
my
I'm
booze.
single? Go on then.
I just don't want the other person to take it too seriously.
Sorry.
So nothing.
Oh, Valentine.
No, but I don't mind. You know, the classic. I mean, we've said this. I don't mind the classic flowers and chocolate, but I don't want the other
Do you
person
want
to be
flowers
like,
though?
"This is a big one. We need to go to a
No.
hotel. We need to do this, that." And it's really serious.
flowers.
So you what? You'd
I'd
rather
I'd
not
love
give
them if they
gifts.
got me flowers.
You would
No,
do
I-
care of flowers.
You know,
Yeah, fucking too right.
no. So you know, there's a level. So there's obviously do nothing, right? I'm in the sort of region of just above that of happily.
He's got up a level. He's level
I-
one now.
I'd
At least I
happily,
can get away with.
I'd happily, yeah, basically, I'd happily give flowers, card, have food, have a nice evening. But then you have people that are like, oh my god, we need to buy dresses, we need to do this. It's a big night. We need to go to a
Can I
party."
change my answer to a dress?
For yourself.
No.
So what you want is someone not to take it seriously.
Yes, just someone on
Is
the
that
same
not-
sorry,
thought
present.
process. as
So
yourself.
wait, we're debating to get you nothing.
No.
To get you a key.
No, because this is individual to everyone.
Something like
Someone on the
personalised.
same thought, on the same
Yeah,
level
but
as
I've gone
you.
the
So
same
you know,
They've gone
personalised.
complete opposite.
all right,
ways.
I'm going to Florida for
I
2
feel
weeks.
really
He wants to
sorry
go to
for
Florida
Charlotte.
for 2 weeks.
I'd rather that than a
You want to
key
go to where?
Florida
He
for 2
wins.
weeks.
Oh yeah, I'd rather that.
Yeah, alright, I want a spaceship. Actually, I can't do much of a spaceship.
I'd
rather
I'm never
go
gonna
Florida,
Florida
yeah.
too.
You get one of those, you can go New Year's Eve and you can have a plot in the middle.
So many links.
You can't just pick Florida for 2 weeks. That's not a realistic.
No, well, that's why I
No,
said
it's got to be
someone,
realistic.
someone on the same thought process as you. So you,
What is your thought process?
because
then?
you could be like me.
You
but-
can't. Your answer is the perfect gift. You can't just say.
No, I'm not saying that.
Or what
I'm not.
gift? You have to say something.
I'm saying, if I want, say I want this. I don't want them to want that. I want them to be happy
Yeah, but
with
what
this.
is this?
This? Well, for me, this
Yeah.
is
Nothing.
What is your
It's
present?
chocolates, flowers, and a nice meal. For someone else, it could be, oh, the bloke really wants to spend like 300 quid on Valentine's Day, and so does she. They want to make the most of it.
Yes,
Might
he
be on
wants.
the same way.
He want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
everyone. That's not an answer.
I don't think that's an actual present though.
That's not a present.
Or if it's a present,
I
Can't
don't
buy
think
someone a wavelength.
Was the
Does
answer
that
pre-
have to be
was the
present
question
though?
a
I
present?
don't know if that's
It was just the
You
best
just
thing
said
about
what would
Valentine's.
you-
what
would
do
you-
you want, but I don't know. I don't know if you can
I'd
get
want
wavelength
that.
though.
That's very
I
simple.
thought it
That's
was
the one.
presents.
I want to
buy it.
stay in
I
a
interpreted
Chinese
that
restaurant.
question
What
as.
do you want personally?
I
Not
want to
wavelength.
stay in and have a Chinese in a film.
Okay, that's a better answer.
Yeah, there we go. That's the day you're going to do it, not New Year's Eve.
I interpreted the question differently, but
So,
I'm happy to stick with my answer.
We're saying
Chinese
Chinese
or
or
keyring.
keyring.
Your present would be redundant if you break up with that person. Bryce
Yeah.
is Chinese is still.
Yeah,
He's going to remember
Still
that
got
for the rest
be
of
good
his
a week
life.
later if you want to.
relationship can only last 4 days.
Exactly.
Chinese can last longer.
Does the keyring come with 3 prawn crackers?
They might do.
No,
Depends where you get it from.
Okay, yeah, you're all going for Chinese over love.
No, I'm picking kiwi.
You mean you would say that?
What do you mean you would say that?
You would say that.
I think that's quite sweet.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Dan.
Honestly,
Don't make me
I could not care less for a key.
Yeah, I've got keys and I've got keys.
If someone said to you,
What if your key keys
put
are not very
hand on
standard key
heart.
rings?
if someone said to you, do you want... It's like, oh, okay, so you can either have this keyring.
Also, I didn't say just a key ring. That wasn't my answer.
Also, if I had like my keys here and it had a massive wooden love heart on it with my initials and my girlfriend's initials, I don't want that.
You'll get a spank.
Yeah,
I want a Chinese.
From
I'm
the lads.
not going to be carrying that around.
Right,
Right.
anyway, I won 2-1 to be fair, lucky mate.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Was the worst gift you've given or received? It's between me and Matt.
Oh,
Stack up there.
I think Charles had a
totally.
shit enough time listening to this.
Don't do
as it
presents in the
is.
first place. So.
Charles going to ask you, did you do a podcast? Nah,
Nah.
didn't bother.
Don't need to watch it, it's alright.
Probably going to be easy for you though.
it's not going to be easy for me because
Have you
I
ever
don't
received
do
Valentine's
presents
Day gift?
on Valentine's Day.
Right, have you
So I
ever been
haven't-
with a girl on Valentine's Day?
I've never been given anything.
Not on Valentine's Day.
So we've got 2 guys that have never given or received Valentine's Day gifts.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've
this
done
is-
on dates though.
So wait, have you not
You've
given
received
flowers?
gifts on
But you-
dates. Who's
Dude.
bringing you gifts?
By default, that's the worst.
Sorry, Ty's getting gifts on his dates, and he doesn't go on more
You
than...
get gifts.
That's
Well,
smart.
no, don't say gifts. I've been given something at the
Yeah,
end
what?
of the day.
Give you like a block of cheese. or
Wait, at
something.
the end of the day, they didn't
Yeah.
do it at the start.
No.
That's weird, is it not?
Didn't you get given... Oh, what was it you said?
No,
was that
this is-
Christmas?
Is
Yeah.
it not really
Oh,
weird that they
sorry,
give it to you?
This is the only
Okay.
answer I've got.
What do they give you
I
then?
do.
I got given an advent calendar.
In February.
I picked Ty.
In fairness, Ty saying, let me see your flaps. Give me a minute.
Oh, are you saying this is a Valentine's Day present though?
Was that Valentine?
No, it could be a date.
Oh, you're better than that.
You like
I don't
that.
go out really on Valentine's Day.
You're also 25. Like, I don't know why she get you an advent calendar.
Yeah, how old were you
You're
then?
26, whatever.
To be fair, I don't think she planned to get me the advent calendar.
Just felt
You
bad.
just left over.
She just has a boot full of them. It's a bit weird as well.
Yeah.
And advent calendars.
I can't believe you're getting gifts and I can't even get a girl to bring a dog on a dog walk.
You don't ask for much, do you?
Dogs are more expensive than advent
Yeah,
calendars.
but not on a
She
dog
didn't have to
walk.
buy
I
one.
thought
She
the
has
dog
one.
did turn up. I physically can't remember what I did last year for Valentine's Day, let alone go past that. Although it's not good for the podcast. So
Wait,
they
so
gave me
how-
like a sheep.
sorry.
I was
How-
going to say, you are the podcast.
I had to adopt a sheep.
What?
They gave you know those things where you can like adopt an
Oh,
animal.
I've had that. Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, they gave me
That's
a
what's
So
sheep.
stupid.
Who did that?
I never met this
One of my-
people.
You're really weird.
Girlfriend.
One of them.
How
Yeah.
do you remember my last year's Valentine's Day and not your own?
It's facts.
That's so random.
So lamb dinner or chocolate advent
I'm
calendar.
so confused. You got to give them what?
So you know you can adopt
Adopt a
like a
sheep.
monkey, dogs, like
Yeah.
a child from Africa. You can.
That'd be a
I
worse.
got given a sheep.
Right, what are you picking?
I don't know.
The wor- it's the
Shit,
worst.
aren't they?
Yeah.
His was a lie.
It's not like
I go
It's in my
Ty's is
livery.
worse. Because if you did get a sheep, I think that's quite cool. You got a free rug out of it.
It's practical.
fair.
Yeah.
I'll go advent calendar. I think it's more weird.
I think it's good. I like the chocolate.
I think a sheep's weirder.
No, I think people do that as presents though, don't they? No one gives each someone an advent calendar.
So
What
you've
did you do?
never been given an advent calendar, but you've been given many a sheep.
Not as a present on a date, no.
Thank you
You
for
did
listening
listen.
to the podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tweet.
Who tweets?
Tweet.
Do we have a Twitter?
I would not tweet.
We
about
don't,
this.
but you can tweet about us.
Just
Yeah.
send us some cards for Valentine's Day. And we'll see you.
Oh,
But
some
it is-
flowers, they're important.
But it is Valentine's Day now.
Right, see you in a bit.